All right, Danny, congratulations on the win. Just kind of talk us through that triple. Before we knew it, you were on third base. That was a huge play and a much-needed run.
Yeah, just trying to go in there and not do too much. We had a runner on third, so I knew that a single scored him. I'd gotten a little big in some swings in my last at-bats, and so my main thought was to go in there, stay relaxed, get my pitch, and he grooved one right down the middle, and I was able to put a good swing on it. And when I first hit it, I thought I had a shot to get out, and I was like screaming at it running down the line. I was like, get up, and it didn't, but I'll still certainly take the triple in the run, so glad I could help.
What about this atmosphere tonight?
Unbelievable. I don't know that I've ever played a regular season home game in an atmosphere like that. Opening night here was awesome, but it really doesn't get much bigger than UCF versus Texas at home on a Saturday night, and stands were juiced, the fans were loud. I had a great time, and it was really an exciting experience.
Coach says that every weekend series in the Big 12 is like a super regional. This is that atmosphere.
This is as close as you can get probably in a regular season game, especially in the position we're in now with fighting for a postseason spot and postseason positioning, both in the Big 12 tournament and beyond. And so everyone in the stands and on the field knew the significance of the game, and it certainly showed in the way that we played and the energy that the fans brought.
Keanu said that when he saw your hit, he expected you to get a double out of it, but as you reach second base, like what's going through your mind is, and you realize you can go for third.
Yeah, well, I saw it hit the wall, and that was my thought too. It's like, okay, it's a double, and I thought I was going to have to hustle for a double because the right fielder was right on it, and then the ball kicks past him, and I don't know if he went down or what happened, but I saw a lot of space between the ball and the next closest fielder, and so I was like, I might as well. We got 2 outs, nothing hurt. I might as well just keep going to third and see if I can get in there. And luckily I did, and it was pretty exciting. I'm not really, despite what Kiki said, I'm not really a speed guy, so triples don't happen for me very often. So I'm going to cherish that one for a little while.
So on that note, speaking of Kiki, how cool was it for him to have a moment like he did pregame with the engagement, and then for him to have a big role in the game, and you knocked him in, you scored him.
I could not be happier for him. He and I were playing golf on Wednesday actually, and after the round, he's like, "Hey man, I think I'm going to propose to Ivana on Saturday, and I'm going to go look for the ring." And I was really excited to hear about all that, and then I was nervous for him when he starts walking out there to ask her to marry him and all that, and so happy for those two. They're great people, and he's an amazing teammate. And then to get into the game and steal a base and make an awesome read on that dirt ball to get to third and eventually score, I don't really think you can draw up a much better senior day, and we're all super, super happy for him.
I was going to say, like, how much does it mean to you for not only for your triple, but also in the case of Keanu as well, for all of this to happen on senior day of all days?
Yeah, sometimes the stars just align and good things happen, and there's not really much to say. Just go out there and do our job, and sometimes things work out in special ways like that, and I'm just thrilled that it did.
What do you think about the pitching tonight, too, from the Doms?
They were both unbelievable. Staggs went out, and I think he went into the 7th and, pitched with everything he had, got into some trouble, got out of some trouble. Well, he wasn't in that much trouble, but what little trouble he did get in, he pitched right out of it. And then Dom Castellano coming in at the end, especially in that 13-pitch at-bat at the end of the game, just didn't give in, and finally got him on a slider, which he hadn't thrown the entire at-bat. So to be able to make that pitch in that spot, just huge, super exciting.
What's it like to watch that long?
Yeah.
That at-bat?
It's weird. It's weird as a catcher because you kind of have to take it pitch by pitch. So I didn't really know how many pitches it was until I just now heard it. But we got late in that at bat, and I'm like, man, this has been going on forever. And so it's tough to really, in the moment, appreciate it for what it is because you got to stay so locked in on making sure you're doing your job. But when you take a step back, that was a heck of a battle, and he really, really gutted it out for that win.
Being that it was senior day, what do you think this season's going to mean to you? I know you had a previous stop, and it was important for you to continue playing. I know you had the relationship with Coach Wallace, but it sounds like you made a lot of special friends this season. There's still a lot of baseball left to be played, but what do you think you're going to remember about your season at UCF?
So many things. Like you said, the people I've met here have been unbelievable. Some of the best friends, closest friends I've ever had in my life, despite only being here for 4 months, 5 months. And I didn't really expect that to happen, but every day that I came in here, I just got closer and closer to these guys, and I've had an unbelievable experience at UCF. I'll be a UCF Knight till I die. Of course, I have my ties with Notre Dame too, but I love this place, and just the memories is the memories I made with my friends, the family I made here, just like Kiki said, that's probably what I'm going to take the most, my relationship with all those people.
Still games to be played, unfinished business.
Absolutely.
What do you hope a win like this can do tomorrow?
Winning games like this is hard. You have to fight through some tough stuff, and to come out on top, that's a huge momentum builder. And Wally always says momentum is the next day's starting pitcher, and we got great guys going on the mound tomorrow, and a lot of energy in our dugout, and guys that believe we can do it. And if we can come out and win this series, that puts us in really, really good position going forward. And like you said, unfinished business, and we all want to make a push for the postseason, both Big 12 and past that. So
you got to see their batters up close and personal, and then of course you face their pitchers on the mound. What makes this Longhorns team a tough out, and what do you think this team is going to need to do to beat them tomorrow?
Fundamentally sound team, top to bottom. Similar to what makes a lot of teams really good. They just have a lot of talent, and they know how to use it, and they don't make a ton of mistakes, and so they don't really beat themselves. You have to go out there and earn it like we did tonight, and so that's what we have to do tomorrow. Go out and play our game. Don't give them anything, and go take the win, because they're not going to give it to us.
Appreciate it. Great stuff.
All right.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Danny.
guys.
Thanks.
Good luck tomorrow.